Destroy the ocean if you must!
Mary the Sassy Lopunny just subscribed for 38 months.
Fantasy Costco, where all your dreams come true. Got a deal for you.
About that time, eh, chaps? Righto.
New achievement.
Well, that's very spicy.
Are you sure, Mary? Hi, everyone. I feel like I look really washed out, and I don't know why. But how's everyone doing? Anna, congrats on first, presumably. I'm just assuming. And Mary, thank you so much for the blah, 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 blah. And sweet, have a good lurk, friend. Charles, good to see you. Can't wait to hang at EUIC. And Colleen's going as well, which is huge. And Kahuna Pat, enjoy your lurk, friend. And are you sure, Mary? Like, I'm just saying. The Redeem keeps saying it. Like, I bet I get Hail Mary. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Oscar. But I hope you've had a good few days. Where even is it? Oh, it's on cooldown for another minute. Matty, how are you doing, friend? Yeah, how's everyone been? It's Tuesday, innit? I need a haircut. Oh my gosh. Look how much hair there is. We got to dye it blue still. Heck yeah. Yeah, I saw Blitz had posted about tickets. I know Pete is going. I'm just waiting to hear from Brendy. Brendy got his tickets, which will be cool. Saltire's going. Got your next counselling session tomorrow. Heck yeah, good luck, Mary. I'm excited to meet some people. Like, I'm excited to see everyone that I've met before, for sure. Don't get me wrong, but I'm also excited to see people we've never met, like Saltire, like Brendy, like Colleen. It's just really cool. Like, I know faces come and go in the community, but those are 3 long-standing people who I've never met. You got 4 shinies today. Heck yeah, Matty. I think same here, Charlotte. I don't see myself really going much more. I've already committed to not spending money in the shop. Not at any large extent, anyway. I can't afford it. It's expensive. It's, I think it's Valentine's Day weekend, from what I remember. Oscar, you've been fed. I'm going to pause the music and get the audio back on for Stanley. There's Brandy. Brandy. I imagine 40's around the right volume. I'm a little late for watching. Right, so this is my first time playing this game. That's not entirely true. I played it for about 5 minutes on my phone. But like, this is my first time
This is the
actually
story
playing.
of a man named Stanley.
How's the volume?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
I can
Employee
tell,
number
Anna.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he
You got
pushed
it, Mary.
buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee
Oh, yes,
427
Charles,
did
go do
every
pots.
day,
Go have
every
pots.
month,
Go be
of
pots.
every year.
And pans.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy. Oh, nice.
Do you want ice cream? It's a creamy, creamy treat. It's so creamy, soft, it's so creamy, sweet. We got It's a Cadoozie's, we got Push Pops too. Come get your ice cream, don't go to school.
Oh my god, where is my mouse?
Swamp
Swamp Factor,
Factor
thank you
just
so much for the
raided in.
raid. How are you doing?
Thanks for sharing your community with us.
How are you doing? How was stream, buddy? What were you playing today?
No one had showed up.
Well, welcome
to
on
give
in.
him
If anyone doesn't know me, my name is
call
Blue
a
Mogul or
meeting,
Blue.
or even say
We're playing this for the first
hi.
time. I don't really know what I'm
Never
doing.
in all his
We're
years
hoping
at the
it goes
company
okay.
had this happen.
Thank you so much
This
for choosing to raid in.
complete
Folks, if you're not
isolation.
following Swamp Factor,
Something
please
was
go drop
very
a follow a fellow
clearly
member of
wrong.
Team Yell.
Shocked,
And we always
frozen
like our Team Yell
solid,
cohorts.
Stanley
It'll
found
be,
himself
it'll be,
unable
there it
to
is.
move
See,
for
it's
the
right there.
longest time. But as he came to his wits
But how
and
you
regained
doing?
his
How you doing,
senses,
Swamp?
He got up from his desk and stepped out of his
If anyone needs to
office.
raid and run or raid and lurk, please do. Go take care of yourself, step away from the desk, all of that jazz. You showed this intro to your colleague at work when you said when I said I'd be playing it. Yeah, oh, whoa, there's my mouse. I know what I'm doing. I just don't know what I'm doing. We have a computer. Is there a way to interact? I can crouch. F1. I don't want to hit F1. Is that a floor? I feel like I should be able to interact with stuff, but that might just be me. Window. 429. Everyone who loves comedy should at least watch a Let's Play of this. Oh, interesting.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
It's giving me... what
Stanley
was it?
decided to go to
Oh,
the
Skylanders
meeting room.
Giants,
Perhaps
heck
he had
yeah.
simply missed a memo.
Variety after the Miss Legends Arceus has put you through. Damn. Ah, no, there's like 3 or 4 people I know who are like massively into Skylanders. There's yourself, there's Original. I'm blanking on the other names. But like Skylanders, I always wanted to be more into it than I was. But I hope you had a great time. I mean, you said stream was great, so I know you had a great time. And speaking of Team Yell as well, we're going to see a Team Yell member, at least one, at
No
EUIC,
matter
because
how
I'm
hard
fairly
Stanley
certain
looked,
Pete will be
he
there.
couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
How's the volume, by the way, folks? Not so much, not even a volume, not even a single co-worker. Like, everything is fairly run down looking. All the marks on the desks. Volume's pretty good. Ah, thank you. Been playing old games. Yeah, so that's where I was today with playing this. Was like, I had 3 games on my kind of rotation that I wanted to play. There's this, there's Kingdom Hearts, and there's Breath of Fire 4. And I'd got all 3 set up and ready. Obviously, this is the only one I've not played before. The other 2 I have played. I've played Breath of Fire 4, probably second least. Disney is coming under heavy fire, rightfully so. But they're not making anything off me playing a game that
When
I've
Stanley
played
came to a set of 2 open doors,
millions of times
he
and
entered
already
the door
own.
on his left.
Oh. What happens if I go right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, I guess I'm going to the employee lounge. Have a great lurk, please. So we're still just finding tons of rundown. This room is a complete state. 445. Was this 447? Perfect. Neat. Organized. Big ass meeting room that looks out into another office.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Cold
It had really
drinks.
been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
It is
Stanley simply
something.
stood here, drinking it all in.
Now I can't jump. Mugs on the floor.
Yes, really
All
worth
right, I
it
get
being
it.
here in the... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did I? Or did I go this way? I ignored the last one.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Cool.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
How do you not
Feeling
get
a
fired?
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided
Talk
to go
less,
up to his boss's
smile
office,
more.
hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other co-workers. Resent co-workers for not supporting you more. How is this being projected? The projector's up there. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header. And throw some bevel on all the text. You've got it. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market. Parade. Monetize free to play. Exactly. It's all about the KPIs. You got to
Coming to a
synergize your
staircase,
strategy.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And I don't like how red and intimidating it is up here. Ooh. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Nice, Brandy, nice. Yeah, it was weird, right? So, like, you couldn't sign in using your Pokemon Company International account. You had to just make a new one. And, yeah, bizarre. But, hey, at least it's sorted, right? Extreme bathrooms. Wow. Been a fan of that magazine for years.
Poop in the ocean if you must!
Poop in the ocean if you must.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any
This
human
guy
life.
likes books.
Shocked,
All
Unraveled,
pictures of books.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Man. That I meant to do
Stanley just sat
2845.
around
I just
twiddling his thumbs.
missed.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to
Rip.
input the correct code by sheer luck.
Oh, probably not, Brendy. If you've got the
He
email,
stepped
the email
into
should
the
have a
newly
link to it.
opened passageway.
Newly open your passageway. Ah, business. Capital business. Don't like the look of this. But it is also pitch black this way. So I guess we're going down in the creepy thing. Yep. Oh. Did a thing. It's loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of
Cool,
emotion
I appreciate
in
it,
his
Mary.
chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
I can't
Why
even
did he
jump.
feel this now, when for years it had
can
never
crouch.
occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
We do the dodge. We dodge.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Cool. No reason to doubt it.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
No
What
joke.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Maybe
Did
it's a
he have
meow
the
or something?
strength to find out?
You're right, meow. Have you considered meow? So we're
Now
doing
the
lights, then we're
monitors
doing
jumped to
camera.
life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Never trust 376. Well, bear with me a second. I'm going to put us on the BRB screen because my son is crying for me. So I'm going to go and check on him, and I'll see you shortly. Apologies, chap. How are we doing? He just is complaining because he wants to watch another video, and Anna has rightfully said no more videos. You've watched 2 videos. You don't get to watch more videos. And so he's crying. Never trust 376. He does need bed. There's that 376. Lights, camera, action.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Whee!
No, he refused to believe it. He
Yay.
couldn't accept it. His
Oh, man,
own
601
life
got
in
fired.
someone else's control.
And one of them's a
Never.
pirate?
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past
Stuff just
began
fell over
to sink
behind
in,
me.
Stanley
Stuff
decided
is
that this
so
machinery would never
haphazardly
again
balanced.
exert
I've
its
got too
terrible
much stuff.
power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
We did Bad Santa at work today. We got a big ass puzzle. Not an ass puzzle. Right. What's the blue light over here? Console disabled. Me too. Twins. Satan dab or sad banter. Apologies, my phone is buzzing now as well. We've got a good time. My nan is in the hospital at the moment. We're streaming. WhatsApp has got 13 notifications. God. Click, clop, clip.
And when at last he found the
she'll be
source
alright,
of
maybe.
the room's power, he knew it was his... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you
Hi
want?
Nish, Space Cowboy. How are you doing? Well, come on in. I don't know what I'm
Stanley,
doing.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
These kind of look
I'm
like
afraid you don't have
Furbies.
nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
I don't know if I'd call
In
it
the event
naughty
that this machine
or
is
just
activated
impulsive.
without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say,
2
2
it.
minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the
achievement.
star. It's your story now. Shape it
The
to
one
your heart's
quadrillion
desires.
achievement. Heck yeah.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you,
Squirrel.
about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Oh, nice.
I erased them.
Oh,
I turned off
that's
the machine.
nice.
I set you free. Of course, that
Oh,
was merely
yeah, I
in
pressed
this
that.
instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I
I've
have to
seen
say this,
4,
though,
I've seen
this version
5.
of events has been rather
No
amusing.
6, 7.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich.
Ah,
I
rude.
almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
And
right
Sultai redeemed 4th. Nice.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
How are you doing,
Oh,
Sultai?
dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be
Mate,
doing
I have
right
no idea
now?
what I'm doing.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
How you doing, Sultai?
Running from
Looking
button
forward to hanging.
button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this
Heck
big
yeah,
red
Sultai.
button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Not a clue. And it's kind of
Stanley,
annoying that I
you're
don't know
in
what
for
I'm
quite a
doing.
disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Heck yeah,
To
Sultai.
see you made humble. This is
The
not
music's
a
kinda
challenge.
cool.
It's a tragedy. You wanted to
It's
control
giving
this
me
world,
No
that's fine.
Man's Sky.
But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the journey.
all the same
And believe
to
me,
me.
I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
And I'm assuming I'm back at my desk. I need to see if Sam's got her ticket. Carol Ann's going. Apparently spectator passes are sold out, but Sam has got her ticket. Johto Jack's got his. Dr. Stupid's got his. Freshly Dan and Carol Ann have got theirs. Working till 7. Oh, fun.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Mr. Memo? Is Mr. Memo
When
single?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Interesting, Sultai. Thing is, if you bought tickets,
Yet
it's
there was not
impossible
a
to
single
get to it
person
to
here
check.
either.
Unless you're like
Feeling
logging in
wave
through a
of
different browser.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Fine, I'll listen to it this time. Although I'm sure that when I get there, it'll say, press the other button.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety
God, this
isn't
narrator is
healthy,
annoying.
so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Where was it? It was over this way. Down in the lift. Yeah, I'm excited for us to go to EUIC. But I kind of like, we don't have an invite for my niece, but she'll be desperately wanting to go, but it would be too much for us to have her as well. We've got me, Anna, and our son have a ticket. We each have weekend tickets, but like he'll be in school Friday. So it'll just be me on the Friday.
Stanley walked straight
Anna and
ahead through the
Toddler on the
large door
Saturday.
that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm pretty sure if I just go this way, it's going to be a game over and I'm going
Although
to die
this
or something.
passageway
Right?
had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yeah, sounds about right.
The door
Colleen's
behind him
going,
was not
so
shut.
that's pretty rad.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back
See?
on track.
Colleen's got her ticket as well.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly
Oh, I love you,
confront his
Colleen. I
death.
hope you're doing well. Can't wait to see you. Plus, when you're here, we're only an hour away from London, so I will gladly come and meet you and go places if you want. I'm turning around. I'm doing what the narrator says.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live
I just
for.
wish you could skip this. Like, I don't want to play the same bit again. Yes, we've
The
got
lights
Saltire will
rose
be
on
there,
an
Brendy will
enormous
be
room
there,
packed
Colleen will
with
be there, a
television
bunch of
screens.
the rest of the
What
cookie jar will
horrible
be there.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors
one's
jump to
getting
life,
kicked.
their true nature
Although,
revealed. Each
3 of my
bore the
favourite
number of an employee in
internet
the
people
building.
are Kent-based.
Stanley's
That's you
co-workers.
included, Mary.
The lives of so many individuals
Four
reduced
divers
to images on a screen.
Kent-based.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This
Come on.
mind control
Let me go.
facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true.
Dive is
Had
Maryland,
Stanley
just
really
exactly,
been
but
under
not
someone's
Maryland
control
like
all
Baltimore,
this time?
Maryland.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Teabagging, what?
No. He refused to believe it.
Right,
He
this time,
couldn't
I'm gonna
accept
let the
it.
narrator
His own
finish when I
life
get to
in
that
someone else's control? Never.
bit where I
It was
impulsively pressed the
unthinkable.
on button.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his
The one
entire
with the
life
cookies.
utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or
1
content.
or 2.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and
It was
commanded
on
from
that I
this
did
very
press.
place. And as the cold reality of his past
Because it was like,
began
you
to
turned
sink
it
in,
on?
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
You can find cookies? Well, you got me and Colleen. Can't see what that says. Probably not important. I guess I have to press the button.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Of course it's not over.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been
I don't
freed
care where
from
they've
the
gone, I don't
machine's
know them.
grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
It
Stanley
really is,
stepped
isn't it?
through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze
Hello,
upon
traveler.
his skin,
You're finally
the
awake.
feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
It is giving
Stanley
Skyrim, isn't it?
was happy.
I don't. Fun thing, I do not own a copy of Skyrim. Woo. So we're back again. Heck yeah, Charles.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Someone grab her a towel. It's come on, Eileen.
Can't close the door. So he's not eating his food, he's just holding his food. Of course, Anna, of course. Is there like anything I can do? Because like, I feel fairly useless in this. He refused to eat it because you refused to
When
put a video
Stanley
on.
came to
I
a
mean,
set
fair.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Charles, Sultai is coming to eat you, I see. Man, I've done the door on my left.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to
Yamper,
stop
I
by the
hardly know
employee
her.
lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Elevator? I hardly know her.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It is, really. Penalty of misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Well, it's a good thing I don't have any dollars. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is
So if
that
I
the story
jump, I
has
get
been
an
about
ending of
nothing
just
but you
dying?
all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten
yeah, I
about.
hadn't really been
Please,
excited about it, Charlie.
Stop trying
Like,
to make every
it'd just be
decision
like, yeah,
by
I'll
yourself.
go. But
I'm
now I'm
not
pretty
asking for
stoked.
me, I'm asking for her.
Sobble?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Who's
She's
her?
been waiting.
Forklift. Let me drive the forklift. No. Oh look, a black door.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley
Your
picks up
psychic
the
message
phone.
got through.
He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action.
Yay.
How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices?
It's not
What did you-
meaningful, my guy.
Wait a second. Did I just see...
It's pure
No,
chaos.
that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able
I'm
to make correct and
barely a
incorrect
real
choices.
person.
And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety
You're a
protocol
rabbit.
for
You are.
real-world
You
decision-making.
know what we say.
Or did you not grasp
That's
the
nice.
severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
No.
Choice. It's the
You
best
can't
part of
make-
being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario,
Rabbit,
a
rabbit,
hypothetical
rabbit,
real
rabbit.
person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the
like
person to finish
Donald
their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
And that's how you get
Most
Captain
medical
Hook.
professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually
4, 8,
meaningful
15, 16,
and whether
23,
you'll ever make a
42
significant
choices.
contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space,
Frank, West
your
Newbury,
thoughts and
Massachusetts.
problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should
We're not going to really
subside.
get any more West
At
Newbury,
this time,
Massachusetts
your
now that John
instructor will
Cena's
guide you in an
retired.
exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Can I plug it back in? You never saw him wrestle. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people didn't. Who was phone? Guess we'll never know. Just cannot click anything apart from doors, can we? I have Brendy.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Cannot click anything and it's mildly infuriating. Zoom, 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 zoom. Let's go to the room.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
But I don't want to. It's not going to have any more interactions until I take that left, is it? Boom, 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 boom. I'm in the meeting room.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why?
The
For
future
what?
was yesterday.
What did you get out
Tomorrow
of that?
is now.
What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story
Why has no
now
one got Chris
incorrect?
out of the
How can I
broom
go
closet
back to
yet?
that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't
I
live
like that.
way.
Employee
Is it better to shut
417,
the game
405,
down entirely, to
491,
willingly destroy all of my work?
416,
No.
431.
What's the answer? What do
Jim.
I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game
Morgan,
down. I have
nice.
to. I have to.
Grr, everywhere. It did, didn't it? Morgrim is fart adjacent. I think I broke it.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the
Good.
only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be
You
funny?
deserve
You
it.
just had to see?
You
Didn't I impress upon you
deserve it.
how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I'm not a child. I'm just
My
dumb.
story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Tried
behave
so.
exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
He entered the door on his left. No, he didn't.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It now does nothing. Yeah, my wife and my son both have PDA.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly
It's a
as
very
Stanley
tough,
would.
like,
That means choosing
existence.
responsibly and always putting
Both
the
for
story
them
first.
having
I'm
PDA
quite
and
sure you'll
me
be up to the task.
having
Just
to
follow
navigate
my
them
lead
both
and you'll
having
be fine.
PDA.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm going to have to do it eventually, aren't I?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That
This
means
game-
choosing responsibly.
I
and
want to
always
enjoy this
putting
game, but
the
it is
story
quite
first.
annoying
I'm
right
quite
now.
sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Oh,
he
for sure.
entered the door on his left.
Well done.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Can I
a wave
click
of
on
disbelief,
anything?
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
That was a trophy for not being able to jump. Someone needs to let the guy out of here. Yeah, I can click it a bunch. It doesn't do anything.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
They've blocked
to his
off the
boss's
down.
office.
Broom, 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 broom. Go back to the toilet. See if we can poop in the ocean. The toilet's gone now as well.
Poop in the ocean if you must!
Stepping inside his manager's office,
Different
Stanley
office.
was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door?
Oh, who
Would it
knows?
still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the
Night
courage
Shark.
to
Oof.
face the unknown. He drew a
This
sharp
game is
breath
making me annoyed.
and then spoke the code. Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark
Night Shark
115.
115.
He spoke it into the receiver.
Yep,
right
I'm
there
trying to
the
click on it,
wall.
my guy. Night Shark 115, but it's not going to do anything.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark
Okay,
115.
fine. You're not going to do
Fine.
it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect
Man, I
Stanley
hate this
shows for his
narrator.
choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
What a bum one.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Or did he?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need
Womp,
you to walk
womp.
through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything.
How many endings does this game
It's more
have?
important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you
Many.
there?
Nice.
Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Stanley, are you listening?
It's okay, I can wait.
Stanley, are you
You
there?
need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct.
I
That
think
is
some
the best
company
choice.
is overdue.
That's all right.
Oscar, you've had your food, buddy.
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much
Camera's
time
off.
as
Oh, you're going that way. Camera's back on. Sorry, Leroy. Jenkins? Wow, Mary, same thing. Nice. We do have ads coming up, so let's pause the game, get some music playing, and hit that BRB screen. 2.5 minutes, we'll get ads going, and we'll get words on stream up for anyone who's got a sub. I will see you on the other side of the ads. Go grab a drink or something, step away from the screen, and I'll see you shortly. Hi, chap. So, let's resume the game. I am now back in my room. My room has changed. I think. Might not have done. Who knows?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
I don't remember this
Perhaps
light.
he had simply missed a memo. No
Yeah,
matter
go for
how
it.
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace
Sorry, my
of his
phone's
co-workers.
buzzing. Just webcam is off for Anna to go past.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in
You're
the
damn right I
office,
did.
but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
What, the escape route, Mary? At least the machines are on. For that. Oscar buddy. Shoosh. He's very meow, isn't he? I hate Mondays. You only hate Mondays if you hate your job.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You said before the escape. Oh, so this room.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I think this is what I did on my phone.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
Lizard.
From here, it's, left.
Lizard.
Thank you for the lizards.
Oh, no,
Lizard.
it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes.
Moist
I've
potato
got it
crab.
now. This
I like
story
it.
is absolutely, definitely this way.
I never went to Ovo Jabber.
Hey, Hats, how are you doing? In case anyone doesn't know, Hats, Joy, Lissa and I will be continuing our archipelago on Thursday. Oh, we're back here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick,
You're a
Stanley,
spoiler.
close your eyes. Okay. We just...
Oh,
we
Brandy
just
caught a
need to
Clawitzer
get to
and is a sharp
Who am I
sock
kidding?
swampy type.
It's all rubbish now.
With a zigzag
The
in
whole
front.
story completely
Nice.
unusable. How about, rather than
New
waste my time trying to
achievement.
salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off
How are you
track,
doing,
hmm?
Hats?
Okay, from the top.
Steam X Smash. Is my room the same as far as I can tell? Can't do anything with the machine.
All of his co-workers
Doing good, thanks,
were gone.
Hats.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
The
a
machines
memo.
are off this time. Apart from this one. P. Dupesh. P. Peach, I like it. You're working on your mum's Xmas present. Feels like a lot of effort. We did a bad Santa thing today, which was pick a present or steal a present kind of thing, and I've ended up with a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle in a really nice box. And I'm going to use the box for putting stuff in for our niece, because it is a big box. Kipper Lily Switchy Wallace, that's a good name, because I knock more things over. Click all the things again. I do like a puzzle, I just don't know when I'll ever do the puzzle. Stanley got 2 doors.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No,
I think he
no,
heard
I
the greeting.
restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something
We got a
change?
lot of doors.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back
Strawberry
in that
laces
room
aren't
with
your
all the
jam?
monitors? Did you move the
Wasn't it?
story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just
It's
a minute
20 because
ago.
it's evolved.
I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Mary's type is furry emo kitty. I like it. Hey, Crisco, how you doing? I don't know what I'm doing, but that's pretty standard, I think. Liam Drips, the Tabaxi Glory Paladin. Interesting. And Hat's found a tutor. Nice.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely
New
was a story
achievement.
here before. Do we just...
The
do we
well-rested
restart the
achievement,
game
never.
again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Yeah, I don't like this narrator person. I hope you're doing well, Cup. Pickles Eclipse. Oh, that's a good one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm going to turn the screens off again because I can, and it's about the only thing I have any control over at the moment. And I'm someone who needs control.
Okay, yep.
No doors
it's
this
worse.
time.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I guess we're going back. Pickles Eclipse is a fantastic name. So is P. Dupesh.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
Who knows?
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
Quistis Pulse.
Is that correct?
I like it.
Do you remember, Stanley?
I
Well, do you
don't
know what?
remember a
Since
thing,
I've
my
completely
guy.
forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work.
Cascadia
and it really paid
Provolone,
off, so
the Fairy
good
Storm
job.
Sorcerer. I like it.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual
I
work for that win.
did. I
Some
went
people
left,
win
right,
fair and
left,
square,
right.
And this was not one of
Got
those
my body going
situations.
left, right, left, right.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is
But
that?
this is different. We've never gone this way before. We always go this way.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
You've been calling our son Cheese Journey. I call him Crunch Wrap. So, like, valid, I guess.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley,
can't
to
click anything.
destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward,
One
are we
day, I
implying
think
a
I'm
journey
the Crunchwrap
such that a
Supreme to
destination
his
is inevitably
Crunchwrap.
conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct?
Randy found a record E.
Hang on.
Thank you for getting your
Got a bit
check-in as
weird
well.
back there? Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah, you've got no guac. No, you've got extra guac. No salsa. Is there really nothing more to this than just following the line at this point?
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Why?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
I've got no visual
You won't want to miss
imagination, so
anything.
get fucked. No visual memory. Couldn't tell you a thing. It's probably green.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
That was the phone you sent me yesterday. Couldn't have told you that. I know you sent me a picture of a plant. Sounds good. But no, that's back the way I was coming. That's why I went past the fern again.
Oh,
And we're back here.
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Nothing new in here.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
What about
We're
the adventure
intelligent people,
time?
right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about...
Oh no,
this
I'm enjoying
direction?
it. I am enjoying it, Mary. It's just... I don't get it.
Now, yes, this is
I'm
exciting.
enjoying the puzzle
Just
of it
me
all.
and
I
Stanley
just
forging
can't
a
stand
new
the
path,
narrator's
a new
voice.
story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I like that it was also trademarked.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere. which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door
This one.
that leads here. And that
Let me
in
go.
turn
This one.
means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
It's just so
starting from the
pretentious.
right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I'll go out that one anyway.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
After a
And we're
long
supposed to
time,
restart again
Stanley
for
dies.
Eight
Nice.
times? That's really how all
Oh,
this
I want
goes?
to find a bookstore.
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
King
My
Rust's
mind goes
Wallace.
blank simply because it's written here on this
It
thing
could be a tiny bookstore.
wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of
Oh,
this?
Brendy,
Is it
you
really-
are a friend
No,
smash
it
type
can't
with
be.
shark terror
I don't
typing.
want it to be.
And Anna is
I don't want
Oni
the game to
Poop
keep
with doggo terror
restarting.
typing.
I
And
don't want
Mary,
to
you
forget
are a
what's
Lego
going
sword
on.
with wolf terror
I don't want to be
typing.
trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Legozation would be
And the
great.
time
Hey, we get
return-
Lego Pokemon next year. And
Does that
Brendy
mean-
found a Morgrem
Did we do
again.
it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Dodger Blue.
So,
Prefer Charger
okay.
Blue.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the
Dodger,
destination
I
or
hardly
the
know her.
journey.
Very
Though
nice.
they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Go Tigers? Go Padres. Or something. Jammy Dodgers. Pretty good.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors...
Where are you?
...room, and Stanley knew
I'm
it
so
perfectly well.
sorry.
Perhaps he wanted to
How you
stop
doing,
by the
Dave?
employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Is this just going to put me back on the path from before and like count as the same ending?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm
I
not
can
sure
see the
that
line
we
again
really
this
are
time.
not. I realize that investing
So it's at
your
least a
trust
little
in
bit
someone
different.
else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing
can't
but
jump,
you all
so-
this time. There's someone you... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me
You're
prove it. Let me
beautiful.
prove that I'm on your side.
You're
Give me a chance.
beautiful. You're beautiful.
Now listen carefully. This is important.
Blue.
Stanley walked through the red door.
No. Blue walked through the blue door.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
New achievement.
The prize Welsh rocks. Stonejenner. Not Welsh. Martha Stewart achievement for using a crafting table. Rewards a crafter's box.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Meow.
Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't
And I
you
just
see
keep
that it's
running,
killing us,
running,
Stanley?
running,
I wanted to stop.
running.
Gay
we
frogs who
would
shoot
both
tracking
be so much
microchips into you
happier
using
if we
cellular
just
towers.
Stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
We Berry Seacaster, the Githyanki evocation wizard. I like it. Yeah, Mary, you're always swampy.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? No, wait. Where are you going?
Bom, 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 bom.
Oh, no.
Bom,
Stay
bom,
away from
bom,
those stairs.
bom,
If you
bom,
hurt
bom,
yourself,
bom, bom.
if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley. No!
Whee!
Oh, thank God.
Berry Seacaster is a pretty good name.
Oh,
What was
no,
the type?
What are you doing,
Ooh,
Stanley?
Cup.
Please,
Cup did character,
I'm
and
asking
Cup
you
got
not to take this away from me.
Irian
I
Mint,
can't go back to what
the
I was
elf storm
before. If
sorcerer.
you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Maya. Who did you get? Maria Evans. Yep. Whee!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
I'm just a girl.
My
I'll
God.
fly away.
Is this really
Not just a
how
bird.
much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself
Prepotente
from
World
this
of
platform
Assassination,
over
the
and over
Loxodon,
to be
Great
rid of
Old
it?
One Warlock. I
You're
like it.
literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being
Monster Truck and Ogre
Am I
type
reading
with
the
once
situation
terror
correctly?
typing. This time I'm going to dive backwards.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wondered, do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
God, it's so slow now. How are you doing, Cup?
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish...
Yeah, I only
still
broke his
thought
legs
that
a
was
little bit,
possible.
though. Vexamaris, good name. Cirrusbility. Teabagging on our way to the stairs. Ah, not too bad, Cup. Not too bad. We've had a rough day with our kid, but they're all rough. That sums it up pretty well, Anna. Just, ugh. But we did get our AUIC tickets.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Back to the city. Right, I can move the
All of his
game.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Anna, alien invasion. That's a cool truck.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
New from what? New content. New content. We're on a really slow roller coaster in a vent.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in
Balto
2013
Bon Jovi, the
on home
changeling
computers.
storm sorcerer. I like it.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Trying to pay close attention
Please
to my phone.
step inside and
is a
see what
pain in the
thrilling
butt.
new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Or is it Ultra Deluxe content? That was a snom.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing
Hey,
special
elevators
yet,
are pretty
but
good.
I'm sure
We
it's
got,
just the beginning
like,
of a
Up C,
mesmerizing
your
adventure.
good time pal. Delivered. Signed, sealed, delivered.
Achievement.
What's going on here? Should
You
we-
can't fight City
should
Hall
we be
achievement for
moving
finding a
somewhere
city
or-
boss.
Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Drag Cloak. Ooh, there you go. Another 10 points.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Yay. Aw. Yay. Aw. Yay. Aw. What effort, that's fair.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else,
At least
right?
I've kept a jump for myself.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content,
It's got its
then I
ups
could
and
just
its
read through the whole
downs.
dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What
Don't even
quality
know what
assurance
console we have
department signed off
Hitman
on
on.
this? I'm infuriated
we've got it
and
on
I'm
the
offended.
Steam
and
Deck. We
I
could
intend
do-
to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too
We had
much
it on
anticipation
Stadia.
around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable
Steam
is
Deck
really
is
about.
effort. It's probably
No
also
frills, no
well,
gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like
Jujal
always.
Stadia.
What do you say, friend?
Aracuda? I hardly know her.
New achievement.
The Smushed for Daddy achievement for being stepped on by Groll, who is a god. Your reward is a platinum spicy box. This is different. Look, it's a picture. Sprinkle Wilhelmina, the
Wow, that's
Haragon
very spicy.
Conquest Paladin.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
I can show you the vent. That's a Meowth, I'm falling. That's Hatz's second
Okay,
Meowth?
you remember how
Out of
cheap and
3
unsatisfying
Pokemon?
the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the
Wow.
past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the
back in
Memory
Skyrim.
Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity.
Did they?
Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Our first kiss, my first car, the release of Stanley Parable in 2013. Yeah, you have had multiple. But I think you've also had the most Pokemon out of anyone, Brendy. Just let me off the beaten path. Or path.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up
Just
less
Stephanie
than any
Sterling
form of
now,
art,
I'd have you know.
Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created."
And she is a fantastic wrestler.
Every game ever
and
created.
journalist.
That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim.
Mordecai
it was Persona
Disselhoff.
3.
Good
it was
name.
all of them.
Strong
and now,
name.
it's
Better than
nothing.
Trixie Large.
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
What's down here? Memory maintenance. The original.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
We got another door.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Maintenance is
What
open.
I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine
Hitler
what's been
Montgomery.
collecting
Ooh,
down
that's a good
here.
character name.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Just a few Steam reviews.
I could not be bothered to play this game
That
to full
Dracovish was
completion.
loud.
The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny,
But worth 15
with
points.
his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy?
More Paco.
Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I?
You're
You
quite
can tell me
preachy.
if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually
Look
quite
how
shocking
perfect
for
this
me.
game was.
I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
A
I
left
can't
for
know
a
how
Blake.
much fluff I cut from the
Good
game to get
character
it to
name.
feel as light and airy
Have a good
as
luck,
it- well,
hats.
I hope
Love
so.
you, friend.
But maybe it wasn't.
Who do I get? Una Clark, the
Yeah.
dwarf evocation.
What an
wizard.
awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't
Cute
quite as
font.
sterling as I
Nice.
always remembered. What's this one got to say? You
I guess it's supposed to be a
stop doing
parable of
anything,
something, but listening
so
to
the
that
narrator can catch up with his
patronizing
long-winded
voice droning on and
explanations
on
of
just
what's
isn't fun.
happening.
That's
I
what I
wish
said,
there was a skip
patronizing.
button.
This person did play it for 10 hours, though.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then...
Hey,
then maybe
no,
letting
I
you skip
say
ahead for just a
it's
moment
just the
surely
voice
couldn't
that's bugging me, like the
What
actual,
if it means we can strike these negative
like,
reviews from the record?
I don't know, a much
Only
reduced
positive reviews of the
narrator.
Stanley Parable. That's my motto today. and
I'd
it's
enjoy
always
more
been my
wandering
motto.
around and
I'd do
finding the
anything.
things.
Achievement.
Yes, a skip button we shall have.
The Empty Pockets achievement for entering the dungeon without any supplies.
And here it is. Go ahead. Oh, you're back.
Do I
you
get to
see?
skip?
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45...
Tutor, that's our second tutor as well.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
12-hour stream? No.
I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
Eternal damnation.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about...
Okay, we're voiceless. There's also nothing here we can do. Nowhere we can go. A clobberpus to be caught. A skip to do. That's a very annoying beat. I do not like that beat. Please let me skip this.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all...
Do I get to leave? Plant's dead. Clock's busted. Soon. They're going to bring back the line.
End is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
School
the
bunny.
end, is never the 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 end, is never...
Don't know where to go. At least we get to leave soon, I assume, if everything's breaking. Maybe another skip will get us to a completely gone building. We got some light, so we're nearly there. Hey, there we go. Oh, dude, go for it, Gengar. How are you doing? An alpha shiny Blaziken. Very nice. I'm enjoying my alpha Morpeko called Most Peko. Will we ever get to leave, ever get to leave, ever get to leave? We get Shrimp Heaven now? Hey, look at that. You're finally awake. We said it at the same time. Blip bug. Has this turned into Journey or Sky? Onyx Dillaroo. Nearly there, Brandy. Reverse demon with poop terror type. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. And we're back. With nothing to
Live in the ocean if you must!
Angel
All of his
poop?
co-workers
Maybe it's
were
Angel
gone.
P.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content.
Oh, good. You noticed
Do my
my
jumps
sign.
get refilled?
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Is Angel P rain? It's a good question, you know. Minty Faith, the half-elf evocation wizard. I wonder what the other half is. There's a new episode of Demon Eyes up on the Blamco. It's probably the
You
best
see,
game of
Stanley,
cocktail you've ever
I've
seen.
been reflecting
Fantastic.
on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly
I've not watched any of the
disappointing
Blamco
this
ones yet,
ultra-deluxe version
but
has
I do
turned
like
out
that
to
they've
be.
got
The original
Dan
Stanley
Layton.
Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should
I always
live
liked
up to
Dan
that
Layton.
legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities.
Nick
It could go
Colleen
in
got a
so
shiny
many
Nick it.
different directions.
I'm jealous.
This is what fans have truly been asking
We have
for.
a shiny Nicky emote. Because it was the first shiny I
Calling
ever
it the
got in
Stanley
Pokemon
Parable
Sword
2 is just
and
so
in
much
Pokemon
catchier
Shield.
than Ultra Deluxe,
In
don't
both
you
of
think?
them.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Burn.
Now, to be clear,
It's pretty
I
nice
haven't
office
quite nailed
space.
down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all
Number
work
2
itself
chat.
out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or
It does
logical,
give
really.
Expo, doesn't it? New features. New content. New achievement.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Reassurance bucket. Merch. The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. Wow.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you roll play as
what was it
Jim
called?
to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just
Forgotten
play along.
City.
I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim,
I could
and
be
as
Jim.
watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Yeah, I've never played Majora's Mask.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder.
I've become
the
nothing
second
more
time.
than a
If this
performing
were the
monkey to
only
this
new feature in the Stanley Parable
AI
2, it would
voiceover
still be worth
character.
the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Goose Guck Guck. I like it.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Lizard, lizard, lizard,
Lizard would have been better. Is there anything else I can do? Or am I trapped in here without a clue?
Lizard.
We are all lizard people.
Lizard.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it would go at the end
I'd
of the...
forgotten about the I farted.
Well, we'll figure that out later.
You dumbass.
Infinite hole and free achievement. Nice.
Oh, shit! I shit in it! Oh, I'm fucking dead!
Pull the lever, receive your achievement.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you're... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you. And I promise it will happen. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Infinite hole?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Here we go.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions.
Yeah,
if
just
I
put
do say so.
the yellow,
Now
not
then,
yellow, the orange
since
above
you've
the
gotten
blue
to
and
see
just
the
loop.
infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is
Zigzagging, another 5-pointer.
I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, Things got a little heated.
I believe
think
in
we both
Brandy.
said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button at the top of the
Send to Scorch for Anna. There's 20
I'll just
points.
be up here
Ha.
when you're ready.
I guess I'll press it.
Oh, for heaven! You see, I was right.
New
The problem
achievement.
The problem is that you
Martha
like
Stewart
holes
achievement
too
again?
much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel
Yeah.
like you spent a little less
Also,
time
there's a
in
lot
there than you
more
did before. I mean,
cigarettes down here.
admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If
That's
this starts to
what
become a thing where...
they said.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley,
knows?
I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there
Right.
it is.
Let's pause there. We're going to take a 2.5 minute break for the adverts, and I'll see you on the other side. Go grab a drink or something, and I'll see you shortly. Take care, Brendy. Thanks for hanging out. Right, let's see what we've got left in our run here.
Shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not
Oh,
only is
that
the
was a
hole
blip bug.
not infinite, how is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes,
Can't
but
get
at
out of
this
the hole.
depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
It is pretty funny that I can't get
Who am
out
I
of the
to
hole.
judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit
You got the
teleport
Lazarus
button
achievement.
when you're ready
Heck
to
yeah.
move on. Is the teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the home. Now you'll get more
I appreciate the
excited
follow. We've
than you
got
could
anonymous
ever have
follows on
asked
here,
for.
so
It's
no
a
pressure to
win
say hi,
for
but I hope you're having a good
everyone.
day.
You get to be with the
Amethyst
whole,
Murder
I get
Death,
to
that's a
do
good name. And
literally
Goron
anything
Dumpster.
else.
I like both of those names.
Take care, Stanley.
Mongo
I
Wilhelmina.
hope you and the whole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
I got a hole. It's better than line. Do do do. Bum 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 bum. I'm spinning around. I cannot escape. We're going down, down. Anna, you are a fighting and bumworm type Pokemon with Ogre Terror typing. That's something. We're going down. We're yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Cool.
My heart's stronger. Now you're.
I like this one. Upside down. Big head. Muscular. Oh yeah. There's a really good reality. Is it this one?
Stanley? 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 Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things,
Can
you
they
and I
bring
will
back
have
the
many,
dogs?
many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back.
Stay alert. No. We have a loud cat that's the size of a small dog. See? Yeah, you tell him, Oscar. Right, we're back at the expo.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
We've done that side. We haven't been through the middle. We've done the jump circle earlier. We haven't looked at collectibles or the exit. Let's head for the exit. Expo, more like expo. Ha! Got him. Is the exit through this side? Go bucket? Is there a bucket? This isn't a bucket, but it's kind of cool.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
1 of 6, okay. Yeah, it's
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and
It's
then they
something.
give you a big
I've
fancy
still got one
reward
jump
for it.
left. Let's do it.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
No more jumps. We've done the new achievement. We've done the collectible. Mary said something about a bucket, but I see no bucket.
Oh, goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket.
Well,
and I
where
really
is
do
the
hate to
bucket?
break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
Where's the bucket? Up there? We need to go down here and through underneath. So the Stanley Parable 2 reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley,
Gender? I
anytime
hardly
you're
know
holding the
exactly.
bucket,
That was
a
one of my
sense
favourite genders in
calm and
Shaq's gender
ease will
command.
fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Give me the bucket.
Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in
The
fact,
ending
can
total
I
has
say
now
that I do
doubled.
believe
Nice.
the bucket lends you an air
I'm guessing
of
it's
charisma as
all
well.
of the same endings,
I think
but
that
with a
just
bucket.
holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2. Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if... Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, Stepney, it is.
Going Jonah for 10 points. You're getting all the points now that Brendy's gone.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
There's an epilogue section. I'm fine. Get me to the exit. Bucket in hand. I was alone.
Poop in the ocean if you must!
Poop in the bucket? Wait, what? Who said that?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know
There's
it's
something.
not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
Poop in the ocean if you must!
No
Thing
poop in the
there
bucket, but
somewhere.
you're clone
Say,
in the
let's
bucket.
do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Can I get down there?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
Got the
sort
jump
of-
circle, the
okay.
infinite hole, two
Hold
doors
on.
to pick
Let me do a
from,
different arrangement.
and an achievement.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Infinite holes, balloon.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent
Poop
video
in the
game at all. It's
ocean
a
if
lot
you
of
must!
gags.
No
And I do very
bucket
much
for
enjoy
poop,
creating
but a bucket
gags, but they
of
don't add
poop.
up to anything. I wanted more than
That is a pretty
anything
bad
to create
idea.
a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans
That's
to
why you
love
need
it.
to call
no
it the
matter how good these
squeakquel.
gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully.
Poop in the ocean if you must!
There's
With
Pokemon
care
mod
for
that
the
makes your
vision and
follower
integrity of
Pokemon
the
poop.
original game.
Just like Digimon
Would it
World.
possibly work?
Classic.
I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and
Prudy Hammer.
uncompromising
Yeah, Genasi
conviction,
Shadowmonger.
this
I like it.
is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can
Riley
whip
Diggins,
something
that's
up.
just a person.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Is it GIF or GIF?
This
That
is
one's
the
GIF.
story of a man named
We've got a skip button.
Poop in the ocean if you must!
We've got
All of his
balloons.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed him. Stanley picked up the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Yep. She's not even going to give me achievement for dying with a bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Room has changed.
Stanley
Bucket
lifted the bucket
retrieved.
into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Dog mode?
Still no one was here.
Lizard.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. You found one. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these. Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job
There was
well
a
done.
dog mode
You can't
button.
buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor
What, something
each and
clickable?
every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Maybe on the next loop.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
I didn't know the bucket had taken my
Strange,
gaze.
Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me
Why did it
in
take
difficult times such as these.
Like, I'm glad
He
it
held the
gave me
bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from
And
this.
now my
Who
bucket's
knows
gone.
what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now
I
he
did like
noticed
that
the
1,
room
2,
for it too,
B4
which was, of course,
model.
very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Where's my bucket?
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all
Ooh,
along.
that's gotta hurt.
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Oh, they probably do make a plush bucket. Jellycat make everything.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented.
There is a
if
plush bucket
only
from
he'd
another
taken
site.
his
Interesting.
bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of
We will be
confusing
wrapping up
problems
soon.
she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide
just seeing
absolute guidance and total
who's
clarity
online
on
that we can raid
everything.
into.
Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
That Wooloo just made that even better. Right. Are we Stanley or are we Mariella? And where was
Just a
dog
step
mode?
through this door, Stanley thought
Oh,
to
it's
himself.
Stanley again.
That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, the confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
There will be a reward for finding them all.
Girl.
Girl.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
One last time. Toilet? We have a toilet again.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Different lyrics on the wall this time. Back to the original office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yep.
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
The bucket
Was
knew,
the bucket
yes.
guiding him? Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Come on, Bucky. I think so. I've got a bucket now. What could go wrong?
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Achievement!
New achievement. Your achievement is the "That's not how you use arrows" dumbass achievement for physically stabbing someone with an arrow. Your reward is a gold ranged weapon box.
Dumbass.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Lights.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Give me the camera.
The monitors
Give me the
jumped to
buckets.
life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Where are you?
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told
Score
to do
bunny,
things
another
it didn't
score
wish to
bunny?
do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do?
God, I
or
still
not want
hurt
to
from the
do in first
trampolines.
place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Excuse me, sir. I'm getting sleepy. Right, where are we going?
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Whoop, whoop. Throw your bucket in the air. Whoop, whoop. As if you just don't care.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
I don't remember what happened when I turned it off. Was turning it off the freedom
about
one.
taking down the system.
I think I'll do that to end on that. I've done off. Done off.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness.
Donut Charlock, the centaur battlesmith artificer. God damn it, Donut.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both
you know,
of them
those are
wanted to
both
begin watching
admirable.
a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support. What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very
bucket
room.
and leave.
But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Okay, that will do us. That will do us for today. So thank you so much for joining in. I've had some fun. I've had some frustration. I have had some fun. Thank you to Swamp for the raid earlier. I will be back on Thursday, where we'll carry on our archipelago. So let's raid into Frankie, who is playing Animal Crossing. I fixed my raid alert and my sub raid message so it no longer says poop in the ocean if you must. But yeah, Frankie's villager hunting, which is something I need to get back on with. I'll be back Thursday with Hats, Joy and Lissa to hopefully finish our archipelago. But yeah, until next time, keep being wonderful. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll see you soon. Take care all.